to go out and become fishermen of men rather than a fisherman of fish. Now each one of us is called to do that. Are those okay? Okay, unlock them. That's okay? Okay. Each one of us is called to do that because when you have Jesus in your heart, it's your responsibility to go out and share that with your friends and tell them about how wonderful He is, what He's done for you, the way He's forgiven you. And what happens, here, hold this, hold that on. What happens is that we get into bondage to sin. Go ahead and hold these. And lock them on my wrist, tight. No, that's too much. Tight. What happens is we get into bondage to our sin. We get into bondage to where we can't get out. Because what happens is we tell let's say you walk in to your house and your mom says, "Did you eat the chocolate chip cookies?" And your face is covered with chocolate. So they know you did it. But you say, "No." But then what happens, what happens is the next time they ask you, "You sure you didn't get into the chocolate chip cookies?" You have to tell them yet another lie. And so what happens is you keep building lie after lie. And so when you ask, don't just take it off. What happens is you get into those lies, you get into bondage to that sin. And that's something you do not want to do. You want to always tell the truth. You want to always keep Jesus in your heart. And you always want to have extra 5 minutes whenever you possible. Got it? Not cutting off circulation, are you? Okay. Now, each one of us get into that bondage. Put the key somewhere where I can't get to it. I can't touch it. You can toss them over the side. And you'll see me if I run over there, right? Okay, come on close. Take one end of that cloth and the other end over. Now you guys are going to hold that in front of me. Hold that with your hand. Okay, hold that in front of your hand. What you're going to do, it's like stand right about there. And then you stand right about there and look forward. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to escape from these. Now this is all just to show that all you have to do is when you're in the bondage to that sin and you want to get out, you tell Him, "Jesus, help me, I need to get out." And He'll come to you. And even though you think, "Oh well, you sure those aren't cutting off circulation?" No? Okay. Okay. Even though you know that you're in bondage to those sin, you can get out. Because what do you do to get out of sin? You call on Jesus. You say, "Jesus, I need to get out of this sin. Please help me." You hold that right about there, yeah. Okay, and then He will come to you and He will get you out of that sin. And so, this is hard. You sure that's not cutting off circulation? I'm trying to... Can you pull on the middle? Pull on that, pull it off. Okay, so those are on tight, right? Now these are designed so that when the bar is in the middle, you can't reach the other side to get to the other lock. So that way you can't. So you only have one way of getting out of this, and that's to ask Jesus for your help, okay? So you gotta remember that. So, at the count of 3, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take these shackles that are keeping me in sin, and I'm gonna ask Jesus, "Jesus, help me get out of these shackles. Lord, I need to be free of all my sin," and He will do that for you in just that